Good morning, students. Yesterday we had read the first chapter, that is his first flight. Although the chapter number is, I think it is third chapter, but here this chapter has two parts and we are reading the first part, his first flight. In this chapter, I have told you earlier also, we have a bird's family which has 4 children, and in these 4 children there is one child, seagull. This is a seabird who is afraid of flying. So, this family of birds faces a dilemma one day when it finds that one of its children, that is one of the birds, is not moving away from the ledge. It keeps on sitting on the ledge, and in this way 2 days pass. The bird doesn't muster up enough courage to leave that ledge and start flying. Whereas his 3 brothers and sisters have already flown. They are enjoying the flight. They are duly aided by their parents, and these birds are flying in a very natural manner. As you know, my dear students, flying is something natural to the birds. Just as walking is natural, running is natural to we human beings. Likewise, these birds are very good flyers. But as I told you earlier also, this seagull, this seabird does not move out of the ledge. It keeps on sitting. Although its parents try to cajole him, they try to attract him, they try to persuade him to fly, and when they fail, they try to intimidate him also. They try to warn him also. They try to use every method so that this bird leaves that pledge and comes out of that rock where it was perching. But the bird fails to muster up enough courage. It sees its brothers and sisters flying naturally, sitting with their family, their parents helping them. And now the time comes when this bird feels very much hungry, because for 2 days it has not eaten anything. When this bird sees its mother tearing with her beak the fish, the very sight of food maddens our seagull. He cannot tolerate. He tries to attract the attention of his parents by simply standing on one leg, hiding his other leg, and trying to act as if it was going to sleep. This trick that he uses was simply to attract their parents so that they could come to him for rescue, or so that they could come to him with some food. But nothing happens. After all his capacity is now exhausted, and he badly needs food. So when he sees its mother tearing a fish with its beak, he becomes mad. He tries to call his mother, but the mother doesn't reply. She says, okay, okay, keep there. If you are not ready to come, I am not going to help. But when she flies near to his rock with a fish in his beak, the bird, the seagull, becomes desperate. It tries to tap up the ledge and come nearer to it. His mother comes quite close, but she does not give that piece of fish to him. Now, as he was dying of starvation, he was dying of hunger, the bird tries to lap up that piece of fish which was being held by his mother. And in his attempt to lap up that piece, he comes down. Now, he doesn't know what is going to happen. He simply starts falling down. But in the meantime, he opens his wings also. At first he was terrified. He was quite scared what will happen. But now, when he has actually come down, he opens up his wings and starts flying. This was something which it had never imagined. So, now flying looks very comfortable to him. It comes down flying and flying and flying. When the family members, other family members, when they watch all this, they are delighted, they are quite happy, they are so glad that their brother or their member is at last coming down. Now, they are waiting. They are all swimming on the sea water now. They are on the upper stream of that water. But when this seagull comes down, he sees that there is a very vast sea green. It wants to touch down the water, but fears how it will stand on water. It tries to stand on the water, but it starts going down. It comes up with fear and doesn't try. But again it tries, and while touching the water, it opens its wings. This time he is successful. He is able to simply sit on the water. Now, this seagull is delighted. It is all his fear is gone now. Everything is gone. He is surrounded by his happy family. Well done, at last you have conquered your fear and at last you have come. In this way, the seagull is able to send away all the fear that he had, and in this way he becomes quite natural flyer. So, my dear student, this is the story, or this is the lesson, or the first part of the lesson, that is his first flight. Now that we have completed this part, that is the first part of his first flight, there are certain questions which I want to put to you and which I want you to write down and find their answer. First question that comes next. First question that comes to our mind is, why is the seagull scared to fly? First question. Second question, why he is maddened with the sight of food? Third, how does does he control his fear and start flying? Fourth question, why does his parents upbraid him? Why do they criticize him? Why do they intimidate him? What is the reason behind this? So, these are some of the basic questions which are linked with this part of the chapter. I want you to find the answer of this chapter, and then we will discuss these questions in our next lecture. Thank you.